Hello and welcome back to F1 Challenge Career Mode. My name is Mephisto and today we're heading off to Malaysia for round 15 of the 99 Formula 1 season. Let's get started.
Just before the free practice session begins, let's take a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. Mika Hakkinen is running away with the Drivers' Championship. David Coulthard, second. Schumacher, third.
We are 4th, Irvine, 5th, Hill, 6th, Barichello, 7th, Ralf Schumacher, 8th, Diniz, 9th, Fisichella, 10th, Villeneuve, 11th, Trulli and Gene share 12th, Wurz 13th, Herbert 14th.
Well, that covers the drivers. Let's take a quick look at the constructors next. McLaren lead the Constructors' Championship and arrive here having finished a legendary 1-2 in the last race. Can they do it again? Ferrari are second. Jordan are third.
Stewart 4th, Williams 5th, Prost 6th, Benetton 7th, B.A.R 8th, Minardi 9th.
Located approximately 80 kilometers south of Kuala Lumpur, the modern Sepang circuit combines two notable straights with a demanding mix of slow and medium-speed turns. This dedicated motorsports facility is the first of a new breed of circuit capable of housing over 100,000 spectators.
After a fantastic race last week in Europe, we arrive here in Malaysia in the hopes that we can duplicate our results from last race, which would be crucial for our championship. At the moment we are 7 points below Michael Schumacher, so a win would be nice. But for now, let's see how we performed in qualifying. We are now coming around for our first lap on this quote-unquote brand new circuit, and I felt that I was quite off pace, but we crossed the line with a time of 1 minute 45.875 seconds, placing us in 5th for the moment. But now, coming around for a second time, I was still unable to show any decent pace. I was quite slow throughout the lap, but we crossed the line with a time of 1 minute 47.115 seconds, which is only good enough to put us in 18th. See you on the grid.
Hello there. Welcome to Malaysia for round 15 of the 1999 FIA Formula 1 World Championship. 50-50 are the chances of the weather changing, so it'll be the teams that react best that will top the times. Mika Hakkinen first. David Coulthard second. Michael Schumacher consistently outpaced his championship rival, the Jordan driver. Irvine, fourth. Hill was consistently faster than his teammate. He starts fifth. Giancarlo Fisichella, sixth. Barichello, seventh. Ralf Schumacher, eighth. Jacques Villeneuve, ninth. Herbert, 10th. Wurz, 11th. Alessandro Zanardi, 12th. Trulli, 13th. Pedro Diniz, 14th. Jean Alesi, 15th. Zonta, 16th. Panis, 17th. The Jordan driver, 18th. De La Rosa, 19th. Luca Badoa, 20th. Gene, 21st. Takagi, 22nd.
Here we are now on the grid, and as you can see it is raining, so this will make for a potentially interesting race. And we're off. Another slow start on my part, but we'll try to gain a few positions into the first turn. We've passed Gene and Alesi, then Zonta, Trulli, Diniz, Wurz and Zanardi. And we're now side by side with Herbert, as Gene hits Zonta, so let's take another look at the start. Everyone pulls away from the grid quite nicely, and despite a slow start, we managed to gain a couple of positions. And now looking at Genet, who probably due to the wet conditions, was unable to break in time, hit Zonta, and as you can see it was quite a hard hit. The collision was violent enough to flip Zonta into the air. In the meantime, we managed to get in front of Herbert, placing us in 10th, and we'll be now looking for an opportunity to overtake Villeneuve, who is just half a second ahead. I'm really hoping that we can win today because that will really help our chances to regain third in the championship. And we passed Villeneuve, so next up we have Ralf Schumacher. Hopefully we'll be able to pass him as well, which would put us 2 spots below the points. Now obviously we also need to think about our pit strategy. And with any luck, the rain will stop and the track will start to dry up. So we need to play our cards right. But now, Trulli is having engine problems. Here we have Trulli and we can clearly see some smoke coming from his car. He pulls over and retires from the race. In the meantime, we got ahead of Ralf Schumacher, and we'll be now looking for an opportunity to pass the steward of Rubbens Barichello, which I'm hoping will come soon. That would put us just 1 spot below the points, which would be amazing. So, we managed to pass Barichello into turn 1. Later, as we try to pull closer to Fisichella and Hill, Penes, like his teammate, is having engine problems. So here we have Penes, and we could see a puff of grey smoke coming from his car. With that, Prost is out of the race entirely. We managed to pass Fisichella, placing us in 6th. So now we'll be looking to overtake our teammate, hopefully in the first couple of turns. Just as I say that, we managed to pass Damon into turn 1, and we're now in P5, which gives us 2 points if we stay here. So now we're chasing down Eddie Irvine, all the while Takagi is having suspension problems. And here he is coming through the hairpin at the end of the lap, and he stops right in the middle of the track, which isn't a great idea. That is a potential hazard to pretty much anyone. You should have tried to get off the track. Even though a broken suspension does make the car more difficult to handle, you can still control it quite well. But now, at the end of lap 3, people are starting to pit for dry tires. However, we'll stay out for just a bit longer. I believe that will give us the upper hand. Plus, since everyone is pitting so early, I don't really think they will have enough fuel to complete the race, which means an extra stop for them. At the end of lap 5, more cars decide to pit, and even though the track is now beginning to dry up, the intermediates still hold up pretty well. No need to change tires just yet. And we managed to get into lead, which is absolutely fantastic. With a little bit of luck, we might be able to stay in front, which would be wonderful. So let's try and pull a bigger gap as possible until we need to pit ourselves. But let's see what has happened behind us. Here we have Fisichella and Ralf Schumacher. They make slight contact, but nothing too serious. We are now coming around to finish lap 6, and at the end of the next lap, we will have to pit ourselves. And there's another incident on the track. Let's have a look. Here we have Villeneuve and Wurz with Pedro Diniz following close by. And as they exit the corner, Villeneuve flips the rear of Wurz, breaking Villeneuve's front wing and spinning Wurz around. That was quite silly from the French Canadian, but I probably shouldn't talk about silly behavior on track. So, we are now finally coming in to switch over to the dry tires, and hopefully we won't lose too much time in the pits. Every second is crucial for us, especially if we want to get back into first. With the car up the jacks, we are ready to rejoin the race. And as I said, I hope we won't fall too far behind. And we have Irvine just 3 seconds behind us as we exit the pits. So let's see if we can reach turn 1 before he does. which we just narrowly managed to pull off, and we are now in P5, so it will take quite some work to get back into first. As we approach the long back straight, Irvine manages to get ahead of us as we slow down just a bit too much through the corner. But we need to stay focused and hope that he makes a mistake. But now Irvine is pulling away from us and De La Rosa is having engine problems. And here he is as his engine bursts into flames. And that means that now we have two teams that had retired. They are Arrows and Prost, who had to retire early on in the race. Not that that changes too much for us, since they were quite far behind us. Later on, we managed to pull closer to Irvine as he was being held up by the Minardi, and it seems that he needs to pit, which is great news for us. Just as I thought, those who pitted early are now forced to pit once more, making it easier for us, and we can now see Coulthard just as he rejoins the track, so let's see if we can get ahead of him. Unfortunately, we were unable to catch up to Coulthard, but the fact that most everyone had to pit for a second time gave us the opportunity to climb up into third, giving us 4 more points. And so, we are now just 6 points below Michael Schumacher, which pretty much means that we absolutely have to win in Japan, and hope that Schumacher finishes third or lower. Otherwise, we won't be able to get back into third. Either way, overall this was still a pretty amazing season for us.
It's been a scintillating Malaysian Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the final results. Mika Hakkinen first. David Coulthard second. The Jordan driver third. Schumacher fourth. Eddie Irvine fifth. Damon Hill sixth. With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Mika Hakkinen moves further ahead in the Drivers' Championship.
Coulthard second, Michael Schumacher third, we are fourth, Irvine fifth, Hill sixth, Barichello seventh, Ralf Schumacher eighth, Panis ninth, Fisichella 10th, Villeneuve 11th, Trulli and Gene share 12th, Wurz 13th, Herbert 14th.
McLaren increase their lead at the top of the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are second, followed by the third-placed Jordan.
Stewart 4th, Williams 5th, Prost 6th, Benetton 7th, B.A.R. 8th, Minardi 9th. So that's all for this video. Don't forget you have one more week to vote for next season's team if you haven't done so yet. For information on how the voting system works, please check out my previous video, link in the description. Anyway, join me next time when we'll be heading off to Japan for the final round of the 1999 Formula 1 season, when we'll also find out whether or not we managed to get back into third place and replicate Heinz-Harald Frentzen's real-life result. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.